Hi, my name is Laura and I'm Bereavement Lead and Milk Coordinator here at the Milk Bank of Chester. Today I'd like to talk to you about milk donation after the loss in the UK, how it is currently working and the improvements that we can make when we work collaboratively across UK milk banks, NHS hospitals, hospices and with the families that we support. When we work together collaboratively, we can make the necessary changes to ensure that families are offered choice in the care of their baby after death. Here at the Milk Bank at Chester, we believe that every family across the UK should be given the choice to donate milk in memory of their baby. Our mission statement, we hope, is one that inspires hospitals and bereavement teams across the UK to routinely offer the option of milk donation after loss. On average, one family a month donates to the Milk Bank at Chester following a loss. Usually, these referrals come from neonatal units who we already have strong working links with. However, sometimes a donor may stumble across the concept of donation after loss and has to find the appropriate information to self-refer. Each family's donation presents itself in different ways. Some families donated milk that they had already expressed whilst their baby was receiving care on NICU. Other families donated ongoing, continuing to express following the death of their baby, and some families initiated lactation following a stillbirth. Each family requires an individual plan when onboarding them to their donation journey and different support whilst going through the donation process. Babies' ages range from a gestational age of 20 plus 6 weeks up until 6 months old. Francis passed away suddenly at 6 months, and although his family knew about his condition, his death was a terrible shock to them. Within hours, Mum, who was still in A&E, was full and ready to feed again. Mum had heard about donation through social media, asked for a pump and requested the information regarding donation. This would not have been offered routinely. Here in Chester, we have received bereaved donations from families across 3 different countries and 14 counties. We will accept bereaved donations from anywhere in the UK, although we always ask donors to contact their most local milk bank first. Ayla Toureg's study, Milk Donation After Losing One's Baby, highlighted 3 main points of the benefits of donating after loss. Donor identity serves as a transformative identity while coping with the loss and helps a mother to grieve. The process of donating after loss empowered bereaved mothers, helping them to heal. The first 2 points we recognised in the feedback that we'd had from our donors. However, point 3, bereaved mothers' affiliation with milk banks strengthen their social networks, was an area in which we knew we could do more. We should do more, and this inspired a few changes in our milk bank. 1 was the parent focus group, and 2 was creating a safe space on social media for our bereaved donors to come together. As part of the Memory Milk Gift initiative, a dedicated bereavement lead role was devised here in the Milk Bank. This means that a family only need to tell their story once and have a dedicated point of contact. A parent focus group was set up with previous and current donors invited to provide feedback on the service and improvements we could make going forward. A professional focus group has also been set up to seek feedback external to our team here at the Milk Bank. There is an overwhelming sense of sadness amongst our bereaved families that the opportunity for creating moments and making memories with their baby is so limited. By allowing families to donate milk in memory of their baby and offering personalised memory-making moments, we are offering families the opportunity to add moments to their baby's memory boxes. These include a personalised thank you card that is personalised with the baby's name, and a copy is sent to each family. Families can request more than 1 copies, and these are printed on high quality card. The hand-painted memory pebbles are ever popular with our donors. These are painted in-house by our milk processor, Kate, who hand paints them with the milk drop and the baby's name on the reverse. They're then varnished and sent out in velvet pouches to our donors. When George was born, I had to express milk which we could feed him through a syringe. When he got poorly, he was put on nil by mouth, so the hospital froze my milk. Then, when George passed, I was asked if I'd be willing to donate my milk to the milk bank, which give milk to babies whose mums are poorly or can't produce their own milk. I said yes, and a few weeks later received a little pebble with George's name on it and a thank you letter. Last month, I got an email from the milk bank to say they were having a memory milk tree painted at the Countess of Chester Hospital where they are based, and did I want George's name to be added. Of course, I said yes, and here it is. I'm so happy that people other than us remember George and talk about him, even though no one was able to meet him. This quote from one of our donors explains exactly why memory making opportunities are so incredibly important to our families that we support. It is our duty to recognise our limitations. We are not grief trained counsellors nor mental health professionals, and as such it is important that we are able to signpost our donors for support throughout and at the end of their donation journey. We work with national charities and local GPs to ensure that we are signposting our donors to the correct lines of support. Creating a safe space in the community for bereaved donors to come together was suggested by some of our parents at the focus group, and this is turning to be a place of great support for our families. The Memory Milk Gift Initiative has its own separate, more gentle branding for donor communication. We recognise that there are times when emails and phone calls are not appropriate ways of contacting donors, especially if they're not expecting the communication. Instead, our branding is gentle and we use labels on the outside of envelopes to alert families to what may be inside. The Memory Milk Gift has also been given a prominent position on our website. Our prospective donors and health professionals no longer have to trawl through pictures of healthy babies whilst looking for the relevant information on how to donate following a loss. You can see this on the next slide. Feedback from health professionals is when to discuss the option of donating. These families are already being overwhelmed with information whilst going through extreme trauma and have a huge emotional and physical journey ahead of them. We decided the best thing to do in this situation was to ask the families that had been through this process, and the answer to them was blindingly obvious. If suppression of lactation is being discussed, then the alternative should and can always be offered. The initiative doesn't stop now. We still have so much work to do, and continual service improvement is something that the initiative stands for. We would like to update all our bereavement leaflets and send out bereavement packs to all hospitals, outlining our mission statement and providing the information that they need to successfully support families to donation after loss. We want to build further relationships with baby loss charities and have already started this working with A Child of Mine, SANS and Beyond B. Finally, here at the Milk Bank at Chester, we are lucky that we undertake SANS training as standard to support our staff in care of themselves when looking after bereaved families. This isn't standard across the UK, and we would like to be able to signpost milk banks as well to ensure that their staff are fully trained in communication with and self-care of the health professional. We are delighted to be able to announce that we are now working in partnership with UCAM, the UK Association of Milk Banking, to roll out the Memory Milk Gift Initiative across the UK, working collaboratively with all UK milk banks. Together, we can work to ensure that every family is offered the choice to donate their milk in memory of their baby, and that their donation is acknowledged with compassion and the care that it deserves. Finally, I'd like to finish off with a short video from one of our donors. This is Holly and Bodhi's story.
Hi, my name's Holly and I donated my milk after my son passed away at 41 weeks. He was stillborn. Whilst in hospital, no one told me or explained to me that I could donate my milk, something that my body was going to start producing, because even though my son had passed away, he was still going to be born, and my body thought that he needed to be fed. Whilst I was waiting for the induction medication to work, which takes 48 hours, I started doing some research about baby loss, about what my body was going to go through. And somewhere I stumbled across the fact that I could donate my milk, that I could donate Bodhi's milk. Straight away, I knew it was something that I wanted to do. I wanted to do in his name. I wanted something that I made for him to go to other babies, to help other families not go through what I was going through, what I have gone through, what I still am going through. all the hospital did was offer me medication to stop my milk. And to be honest, when I told them that I was going to donate my milk, some of my family and some of the consultants and midwives, they were concerned for my mental health. But actually it was the best thing for my mental health. It gave me a reason to look after myself in a really dark time when otherwise I'm not really sure what I would have done. Who knows? Maybe donating milk in a way saved my life. Because it really did make myself cook myself meals and, you know, be hygienic. Little things that most people take for granted, but when you're going through grief, it doesn't come naturally to want to look after yourself. So I'm really grateful that I came across the milk bank at Chester, because I tried a few other milk banks before and none of them wanted to work with me. In fact, one of them said that they couldn't offer me the pastoral help that I needed. No one needed to give me pastoral help. I was going to be grieving regardless. Still am grieving, will be forever grieving. I just wanted to donate my milk. I wanted to donate Bodhi's milk. I wanted him to leave a positive mark on this planet like I always had hoped that he would. And through my milk, through his milk, through donating with the milk bank at Chester, his name lives on. He is a little light in a sometimes dark world. His milk helped potentially hundreds of families not go through the pain that I still go through. I just want hospitals to inform all families of milk donation. And even though it seems like a really hard thing to do when a family has lost something so precious, actually it can provide a little bit of hope, and that you don't always have to tread on eggshells. Sometimes a bit of information can really lift a shattered heart just a little bit, like it did for me. So, thank you for listening.